For Fox Sports, I'm Annabelle Stefan here in Dallas, Texas, Big 12 Media Days. We had the chance to hear from the Texas Longhorns head coach, Mack Brown, and get his thoughts on the upcoming season.
I think that the Texas fans over the last 3 years have been so much better than my expectations would have been for the way that we've played. We sold every seat when we won 5 games, and that wouldn't have happened at Texas before. And then the next year we come back and we win 8, and they're still coming. And then we sell them all out last year, and we're going to sell them all out again this year. And I don't think that that's normal across the country. So I'm taking that the Texas fans have shown me great respect. Our kids, they're wanting us to do well. They're wanting us to get it back like it is, and I think they've been great. They don't boo us. We deserve to be booed some. And I'm amazed that they've handled the last 3 years as well as they have, and that's why we're fighting so hard to make sure that we pay them back and get them another run.
You're in Dallas, and I hate bringing it up, but a lot of our readers know the one big game each year out there. When you look at the last 2 years, I mean, how important is it, I guess, this year? It's more than just 1 out of 12, isn't it?
Well, it is, because it's an emotional game. It's a passionate game for our coaches and our fan base and our players, and we haven't lived up to our part of the deal. I said we didn't even make the game interesting the last 2 years, and that's not fair. It's not fair to Texas. And if I'm a Texas fan, I'm mad at us over that game as well. So I'm mad at us myself. Because I've been at Texas 16 years now, and it is an important game for us, and we do need to play better. We got some other ones we got to play better in too, but that one's really important for us to improve in. And it's been really funny. It seems to go in groups where one team wins, and then all the pressure flips to the other team, and they lose for 2 or 3 years, and then it goes back to the other team, and we need to flip that back. I think he's done a tremendous job, and they've had good players, and they've coached them well, and that game is a game that's important to both of us, but they've coached and played better in it the last 2 years than we have.
Just to follow up that, the surprising nature of Millard's catches, leaping, a fullback, 250-pound fullback leaping over guys.
Yeah.
To ask you, but was that a surprise to your defensive game plan as much as it was to a lot of people at Oklahoma?
Yeah, I think he's really a good player, but he had an unbelievable game for us, and a lot of people have trouble tackling him, but we didn't. We didn't tackle him at all. He ran over us and jumped over us. But pick one out. Who did we tackle? We didn't tackle anybody.
Major Applewhite taking such a big role in the offense. What have you seen from him in terms of relating to players and coaching style?
Major is very confident. He exuded that as a player. He is very animated. He's very passionate about football, and the players love that. He did a really good job recruiting and coaching our running backs, but I think he's glad to be back home with quarterbacks because he really believes that's the only thing that matters, I think. When he looks at it, he laughed and said, I'm going to be a great quarterback coach, but we hired a better running back coach. So in Larry Porter. And I thought it was very important for him as well, for he and David and Darryl White to get on track the second half of the Alamo Bowl, because we didn't play well the first half offensively. And then by them getting on track, scoring 21 points the second half or whatever it was, and then looking good doing it, they all walked out of there connected and having great confidence moving ahead to the future.
And you were talking earlier about the Texas way, the Texas standard, how you hold the program to higher expectations. So I wanted to ask you in your own words, what would really define a successful 2013 season?
I don't know, because there's not anything that if we win them all, we'll be mad about something. And if we win all but a few, we'll be mad about those few. We've won 11 and been mad. We've won 12 and been mad. When we had 13, we were okay, but there were a few things that need to be fixed. And so I think what my job is as the coach is to take the staff and the players and get this team as good as they can be. We can't ask them to be better than they are. And the fun thing about college sports right now, nobody knows how good their team can be. And that's our job. It's to get it to be as good as it can be. And you weren't standing here before, but I said earlier, if somebody says, how many do you expect to win? If I say 9, that means there's 4 we're going to lose. So who are the 4? So I'm sending a message to our team. I don't think they're good. I don't think they can win all the games. So they're going to walk out there and say, okay, which ones did he pick? So to me, my job is to try to sell the guys, number one, and the fans that we can win every game, and I believe we can. And then my job is to get us there, and that's what we try to do. But to me, anything less than all the games for a place like Texas before you start is going to be disappointing to a degree. Doesn't mean you're miserable, and it doesn't mean you can't get better next year, but there's a process. It took us a lot of 9 wins to get to 11 and then get to 12 to get to 13. And we got our 9, we've had our 8, we had our 9, now we're headed back up the ladder. I've told them to quit talking about the past, good or bad. Let's make the future our best ever, and I really think we're about to get on a run again and have some fun.
Make sure to keep it right here at Fox Sports as we continue to bring you the latest on Big 12 and Texas Longhorn football. Reporting from Dallas, I'm Annabelle Stefan.